Hi guys, it's TJ. Welcome to my channel. So exciting to have you guys here. Thank you very much. If you're new, usually I cover cases around New Zealand, but occasionally I do cases around the world as well. So hey, Zapton Kaboom, awesome to see you. Jennifer Marie, thanks for coming by. And hey, little Pookie, thanks so much for coming along. So I had a few things that I wanted to discuss today. First, I wanted to just go over a couple of missing people in New Zealand at the moment who are being looked for, and give us Kiwis an update on their situations. And then I did want to discuss the social media backlash, or it's just gone crazy over the Summer Wells case. I don't want the chat to be about how she is being missing or who. I want it to be about just that. Yeah. So I really, really hope that we'll keep it cool in the chat. I want moderators to just flick anyone out that's being disrespectful in any way. I don't have any time for them whatsoever, so just get rid of them. I'm cool about that. First thing, something kind of cool happened to the channel. Hey, Jamie, welcome. After all the steps you have to go through to get monetized with YouTube, I got monetized, which at the beginning I was pretty excited for. I guess you strive to reach goals, and that's one of my goals, and I made it. But then it isn't as all as it seems, really, because 83 videos that I have published now, which is quite a few, five out of those are allowed to be monetized, just 5 videos. So that kind of sucks a little, because you definitely put a lot of work into the videos and editing, and you just kind of hope that you'll get paid for it a little bit, I guess. Then, though, one good thing, which I actually found out, which is cool, is I now have a super chat on my lives. So if anyone wants to donate me $1, it would just like blow my mind. But at least I got that. But I don't have a lot of people, so I'm really not that fussed about it anyway. So we will start with a couple of people that are missing in New Zealand at the moment. So I'm going to just get the screen ready. Now, here is a young lady, Alexandra. That's the place where she was last seen, and she was last seen on Tuesday. So for us in New Zealand, it's Friday. So she hasn't been seen for a few days. And I'm showing you her on my Facebook channel. My Facebook channel is absolutely amazing. We have really, really supportive people. And yeah, I'll show you what I mean. 46 shares, and that's reached 3,650 people. That's amazing. And that's by my Facebook people, my community, sharing those. So that's awesome. Hey, Jeanette, thanks for coming, I should say. So Southern District Police, have you seen Caitlin? The 17-year-old has been reported missing from her home in Alexandra. Caitlin was last reported to be seen hopping off the school bus around 8 a.m. on Tuesday, 27th of July. Police have been making inquiries to locate Caitlin and are seeking any information from the public which may assist in finding her. Police and Caitlin's family hold concerns for her welfare. She is believed to be wearing a black jacket, black jeans, black boots, and a dark green jersey. If you have seen Caitlin or have any information on her whereabouts, contact police on 105 and quote file number 210-728/6065. So I really hope that she gets found, because that's really, really scary. Hey, Rochelle Watson, watching from Palmerston North in the North Island. Awesome. And Charlena Bucket, Oh, and come from Greeno's channel. That's nice. That's awesome. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show on my page there. Now I want to go to this next story. To get that out of the way. My last video, I went over the disappearance of 85-year-old Shirley from Christchurch. There was a bit of how does it work? She and her elderly husband went for a long drive and they got lost. And Shirley got out of the car to go and get directions, and she was never seen again. Now, this was over 2 weeks ago, and it's a horrible thing because we kind of know what the outcome's going to be. Hey, Gary, thanks for buying me a coffee. I've got a super chat now. You can give me a $2 super chat. But the difference here is they made this Facebook page for Shirley. It's got 3,000 members, and people from all over the region are coming together. They're putting like a database down to saying which area has been searched and which area has had flyers and not. And hundreds of people in Christchurch are coming out to help this family look for their nana. And I just think it's absolutely amazing, the support that this family is getting. Quite a bit different to the support we're going to talk about for some other people shortly. But I really wanted to show you that. Thank you so much, little Pookie. That means the world to me. It's my first one. So exciting. Hi, Daisy. Good to see you. So we do have a missing Palmerston North man who said they were from Palmerston North. Can't remember. Palmerston North Police are appealing for sightings of Paul Tremorwin, 69, was reported missing from his address in Hokowhitu. Police said he was around 155 centimetres tall, 165 centimetres tall, with a slim build. When he was last seen yesterday, he was wearing a brown jersey with dark fleecy trousers and black sneakers. But bear in mind, this is a article from the 22nd of July from the NZ Herald. Police said Tremorwin had some health issues and they had concerns for his well-being. If you think you may have seen him or have any information which might help police locate him, please call 111 and quote file number 210-721/3895. So we've got a couple of people sort of going on missing here. Now, the next story, please make sure that people talk with respect, because this guy is someone's son. He's someone's partner, and he's someone's grandson, possibly a brother as well. Woman fears for her partner, last seen running towards flooded river after a crash. This was put out yesterday by stuff.co.nz. A wanted man who had cut off his electronic monitoring bracelet has not been seen since he crashed his truck and fled towards a flooded river nearly a fortnight ago. His partner now has grave concerns for his safety. Joel Linwood was last seen on the old West Coast Road in rural Canterbury about 3 p.m. on July 18 after the crash while driving with 2 other people. I thought I'd just give you an idea. So Christchurch is over here, Sheffield's here, so it's along there. So it's out in the Wop-Wops, really. Apparently, the truck flipped on its roof and he managed to get out of the crash scene, but near Sheffield, one of the passengers had concussion while the other had back injuries. So it certainly sounds like it was quite a goodie. He ran through a paddock towards the Waimakariri River, which was in full flood, and no one has seen or heard from him since, said his partner, Sarah Bouch. Linwood was facing charges of driving while disqualified and was granted electronically monitored bail at the Greymouth District Court earlier this month. Bouch said he had removed the bracelet and was monitored by police. So he's no angel. We know this. She was trying to stay positive, but feared he had concussion, was disorientated, or got caught in floodwaters. Friends and family had searched the riverbanks and found nothing. Bout raised her concerns with police on July 19th, but heard nothing back. A missing person report was filed a few days later. And bugs me to no bloody end, because if it was a person or outstanding person or member of society that didn't have a speeding ticket and was, real good, I guarantee they would have made that the same day, the missing person's file, and they wouldn't have waited a few days. That pisses me off to no end, to tell you. Now I'm going to get demonetized for this, probably. She says, I've had no update. I don't know if they're even searching for him. Friends and family have been out looking for him all over the area every day since the crash, and we have never seen police looking. Joel Linwood is 31 and has very distinctive full facial tattoos. He's made mistakes, but he was trying to get help, Bout said. He's never been a saint, but he would always let his mum, brother, Nana know, I'm in trouble, but I'm okay. It's very out of character for him. A police spokeswoman said police were continuing to make inquiries. She said, I can confirm he has warrants to arrest. There's nothing further that we can add. So police asked anyone with information on Linwood's whereabouts to get in touch via 105, quoting file number 210-723/9332. So I really hope that guy's okay, and maybe he's just hiding from police at the moment, and doesn't want to be found rather than something's happened to him, because that would be really sad. So let's get to this big topic of the Summer Wells case. It has exploded. I've never seen a case go so mental. Over the last week, I have probably found close to 100 channels that are focusing solely on Summer Wells. That's it. And they're watching and replaying people's other creators' stuff, when I'm not sure how I feel about that. I have a thing about that. I don't know if it's right, but yeah. And then the rumors. I went into a room. There was about, no shit, 20,000 people in this chat. Hey, down under Crime Talks. This guy I felt like he was like Donald Trump. I felt like he was citing violence. He was going so over the top, going at this family. Why haven't you showed yourself to the camera? Why haven't you cried yet? Why have you got all these dogs? That makes you this and that. Why are you, you're nothing but a drug dealer? And it went on and on and on and on. You don't act like someone would act when their kids go missing. Why didn't you do this? Your at church, you didn't look right. Just everything. But the thing is, these 20,000 people in chat were just agreeing with them, and then getting really, really worked up on it. And it just became this big thing. In the end, I tried to type in the stream and say, hang on, there's no evidence yet that they've done anything to Summer. That they may be guilty, but we don't know that. They may be just a family that has lost their little baby, their little girl, and then lost their boys. And Candace has lost a sister. That may be them, but we don't know. And the fact that people are just vilifying them and bashing them so much, everything about them, they are going on. Hello, Humanimal. I am talking about Summer Wells and the huge social media response to it. So not about how she disappeared or who's involved or whatever, just the way that social media has really blown it out of proportion. So when you see Candace online, I've heard people say, oh my God, she's not wearing a bra. What the fuck does that got to do with it? Her t-shirt's wrong. Oh, she looks like a man. She looks drugged up. I bet she couldn't run fast. All this stuff. I bet she's lying about this. I bet she's lying about that. Yes, Jennifer Marie, how horrible for them. Also, their church family as well. I was there when one of these rooms when they noticed that a lovely lady from church had posted something on Facebook, and it basically said, treat people kind. You don't know the full story, and just be kind to one another. And they just mocked the shit out of that. What, who does she think she is? And just laughed at her and laughed at her. And I ended up getting so angry that I just said, look, this is not okay. I am just leaving. I could not deal with this. I don't know. She did, Jennifer. She had so much hateful comments. Humanimal, I'm not going to discuss their parenting or anything like that. I just want to talk about the sort of backlash from the media. It's presumed innocent. They should be presumed innocent. I mean, look at this case I just showed you about Shirley going missing, this 85-year-old. Now, her husband was the last one to see her. He dropped her off and she was never seen again in the middle of the night. But people aren't vilifying him. The whole city is getting behind him to support him and his family, to find her. That's what Kiwis do. Yo, Americans, you do shit a whole lot different. They do egg each other on down under Crime Talks. They do egg each other on. And I felt in this channel, are they inciting a riot? Is this Donald Trump? And he's going to get his viewers so riled up that they're going to go up to the property and do something. I just can't believe that. And Aussie's Daisy White, that's right. And it's not, and they're picking on things that, like, they're just simple people. They're poor. They live in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee. And I'm not saying for 1 minute that I know all about Tennessee, but they're picking on those things too. Hey, Sweetly Morbid Bear, thank you. Gary Thorgan said, who cares about that stuff, or even who care about the house? I'd like to see more of the property. Little Pookie says, bad news goes around town before good news gets around the block. Absolutely. And it's well known that some people don't respond to grief the same way others do. When my mum died, I didn't cry. I had a couple of cries just on my own, but they were just little ones, and ever since I haven't. So that some people just don't. And she got so called out for the fact that in that first interview she didn't cry. I thought that was just so mean. And then in the next interview with a guy called Chris O'Donnell, which I'll talk about, she did cry. And then everyone was like, oh, she was making it up. She was playing. So she's damned if she does and damned if she doesn't. As far as people in YouTube are concerned, she's just guilty. And she's a druggie and she's a bad mum. And I'm not saying she's an angel. That's for sure. Humanimal, however introverted you are, to not walk up to searchers and shake their hands, not thank them. This doesn't have anything to do with lifestyle or morality. You know what, Humanimal? I wouldn't have done it too. I would have been so in a state of anxiety. I wouldn't know if I was allowed to talk to them because how people are viewing me and what people might say about it if I do. Yeah, so I would have had all that going through my head, and I had the other guy there filming and talking to me. I wouldn't have done it. Jennifer Marie says, no matter what she does, she is guilty. Yeah, I think already to them, you're right. It doesn't matter. They will find something. Everything she does, they will twist the narrative to fit that she's guilty, whatever she does. And I find that just so disturbing. Jamie Gray says, I would have been too anxious to talk to anyone. Yeah, I would have been too. And I don't know why, but in America, when a young girl goes missing or a young kid goes missing, the parents are expected to speak to the media. In New Zealand, we are not expected to speak to the media, and most people don't. They might do a small article, but most people don't. New Zealand doesn't want to go in front of the camera and air their stuff, and I wouldn't, because it would be too upsetting for me. I wouldn't go on camera. I don't like going on camera. I'm surprised I'm even doing this, to be honest. But in America, you guys saying that she has to come on camera, and she must. And if she doesn't, then she's guilty. Humanimal says, I think desire to find your girl would override these things. I don't know what I make of it either, but even surrounded by church friends, she didn't say, add my boys and Don to the prayer. Okay, look, no, no. Go into that too much. I find that some people are sheep. If certain YouTube people say they are guilty, then people get on the bandwagon. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, they're even going after the church people. I mean, I don't understand why they think the church people are involved. Anyone that they can go for, they seem to do. I think she's skilled. Her word is beyond scary now. Yeah, whether she's done it or she hasn't done it, or had something to do with it, I think she's probably, her world's falling apart. She already had a sister that went missing. Then, for some strange reason, immediately after Summer went missing, her mum left. And I've heard a few different stories. She needed to go to Wisconsin for a back, something about her back. And then she's got all this media stuff going on, and then her boys get taken. And, she said, what's God punishing me for? I think I heard her say. So if she's innocent, she's got a lot of stuff to deal with. Down Under Crime Talks. Now their YouTube cop channels are throwing one specific cop channel under the bus out of jealousy. Humanimal. None of us know what we would do, say, or do. I try not to judge. That's absolutely right. I need evidence. I've always needed evidence before I accuse. And I'm not saying there's not red flags, because there is red flags with quite a few of the people surrounding. But that's not evidence. Candace and Don may have pasts, and they may partake in some Mary Jane and other stuff. But does that make them murderers of their daughter? I don't know. With regards to a couple of channels from retired police officers who run YouTube channels, I always thought that they would be non-judgmental, and they wouldn't listen to the rumors, and they wouldn't listen to the hearsay and that, and they would just sort of sit in the middle but just present facts, I guess, like that. And then one of them I was watching, he's quite well known. I actually had to leave because he felt like he was starting to do the same thing to Candace as these other channels were doing. Without evidence, he was, you know, they're going to come for her. She better watch out. There's nothing else that could have happened. It's got to be her. And making rude and derogatory comments about her. And I was thinking, what the hell was going on here? You're really well known for being fair, and something's happening. So I don't know if it's out of jealousy, as you say. Hello, Patricia. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Okay, the press circle is all about bless Candace. She doesn't pipe up at my boys and Don. She doesn't say a prayer for summer. She's mute. No hug to the distraught woman. I'm not buying. Okay, the press circle is all about she doesn't pipe up at my boys. Okay, everyone's entitled to their opinions. Just be respectful. Gary says, I think Summer knew the person. Yeah, after watching a couple of videos today, I wonder if someone had come up onto the property to abduct her. It must be someone she knew, or someone that has been around the house to do work or something like that. Hi, Jennifer. Candace seems so genuine to me. Now, some of the things she has said, I think, were not exactly true. Yes, I think she didn't say some things. Rural, poor, introverted, imperfect backstory, and a bit quirky. I feel sorry for her. She seems really broken to me. Yeah, she seems really broken to me. It's very, very sad. And yeah, and then Cop Channel, I left and unsubscribed, but it seems to be that the ones that want to vilify Candace and Don and want to bully and harass and mock them and call them out on every little tiny thing, half of the shit that don't mean nothing about Summer's case, because that's what it is. It's about Summer's case. Those get thousands of views and thousands of members. What's wrong with that? That shouldn't be the way of human nature to follow these things. There is a couple of really great channels that I've come across, and one I will let you know about, who are very respectful and do not speak like that. They do have their own opinions, but they are respectful about it. And those don't have as many followers. I wish we all knew what happened to Summer. I hope we find out. But without evidence, you've got to really have an open mind. And you can't be hateful. There's enough hate in this world without adding more to it, really. Down Under True Crime, or Underground, say it again, Down Under Crime Talks. She is very vulnerable now with, come back. I don't know where your thing went. Where did it go? She is very vulnerable now with no mum, no kids, regardless of, yeah, she needs someone to trust. Yeah, I feel very, very sorry for her at the moment. Yeah, poor thing. I hope she finds the strength she needs to keep going. So do I, little Pookie. I wish more would entertain the possibility that this is an accident and that she's in the creek area. It could have been an accident. I wondered about wild animals. I don't know. We don't have wild animals over here, so I'm not sure. True Crime with Liberty, thanks for coming. Yeah, I'm not sure how plausible it would be that a bear got her or something. I know that the searchers from EquiSearch, actually, one of them came up on a bear when they were doing the search. But I'm sure with wild animals, there would be evidence left behind. And the TBI have searched, and EquiSearch have done huge amounts of searching. So if that was the case, I think they would have found it. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to get the questions. Thanks to True Crime with Libby. Daisy White, we probably won't find out about it all. Look at the case in Western Australia where the courts closed details to the children forever. Oh, wow. No way, 5 weeks ago, Ellie was sleeping from working. Yeah, I don't know what Ellie's and her son's thing is talking about it. It just seems like gossip. And what creek area? Candace said it's inches deep right there. So she didn't wash away and would be found. You mean near the Warriors? Jennifer Marie. I don't believe anything Ellie said, really. She seemed to only want to slander Candace. And that's a point, is Ellie was quick to get into an interview and in front of the camera to slander and, accuse Candace. Candace hasn't done that. She hasn't done that at all. And well done to her, because if my mate did that to me, I'd be freaking crazy. Sweetly. Morbid Bear says Beach Creek, plenty of rock area, hidden underbrush. Okay. Down under, I'm over the psychics. Well, they only want to help, I guess. And whether you believe in it or not, they think they can help. And sometimes perhaps any help. I mean, and obviously nothing's working at the moment, isn't not finding her. So why not give psychics a go? That's my thought. Chris did a great job with her, I thought, yeah. Bears don't eat clothes or hair or drag their food away. Right, so if it was a bear, they would have found evidence. Gary Thorgerson says wild cats do. Sorry, I'm trying to work these chats out. I'm not that good at doing lives yet. Patricia Strang, Down Under. Juanita is called in by law enforcement on a lot of missing persons cases and has helped solve a lot. I'm not saying any psychic. Right. So there is a difference. There's some that aren't so good, I guess, and want to help, but there's some that really do have some talents, and those are the ones that, yeah, people should listen to, I think. I think anything to try and help, Daisy's, where did it go? Daisy said, I did not find Ellie slanderous at all. Chris asked her questions. She answered them. Okay. What's this one? Down Under Crime Talks. I believe that Juanita intimidating at prayer circle was not good for me. Okay, I didn't see that. Sorry, I'm just trying to read the chat. Gaia's Goddess, welcome. My brother was murdered in 2010, was missing for 4 months, and so much psychics ripped us off, bar one from Australia. I am so sorry that happened to you. And I mean, there's so many people, if their loved one's missing, they will do anything. And that also applies to psychics, I guess. And sometimes it's hard to tell which are the genuine ones that have a gift and can help, and the ones that are just scammers and don't really have a gift and are just after your money. It gives psychics a bad name, the real good ones a bad name, and it's shocking that anyone gets scammed or taken advantage of when they're grieving. That's awful. Coach Clearfloss, hello there. Are you talking to me? Do I live on Greer's Road? No. Humanimal, Patricia. Bleh. Patricia, she has a GoFundMe. That's not free. She's a scammer. Who has a GoFundMe? Gary, my son is a bear guide hunter for over 20 years. Wow. We don't have those in New Zealand. There's a lot we don't have in New Zealand. One is snakes, which I'm very, very happy about. But I want to see a raccoon one day, or I don't know, just something random we don't see. Gary Thorgerson, I'd see a psychic. I would too. Definitely. Sweetly Morbid Bear. There's good and bad everywhere. Guys, Goddess. Yep, we were desperate. The free lady from Australia was spot on. Awesome. That's amazing. I'm glad that there was one that could help. They are in the States. Too many are. Well, this might be a good time to announce something to do with the show. I'm hoping you know that I have the YouTube channel, I have the Facebook page, and I also do it on podcast. And I have a website which I'm trying to make up a database of missing people in New Zealand, which is tough. And I've had so much lack of time to give to it that I've met someone who's going to be helping me doing that. Her name is Ange, so that's really fantastic. I'm just saying, big difference with Juanita asking for money. I'm too at odds with the belief system here. Thanks for the chat. Podcast is great too. Thank you. There are professional psychics that do charge for their readings, and if that's the way they get an income and they're good at what they do, then I don't see a problem with that. But bye, Humanimal. See you later. I have been contacted by a psychic in New Zealand here who is interested in helping me on some platform to help find answers for missing people and unsolved murders in New Zealand. I'm not sure whether. Oh yeah, down under Crime Talks. Get one of the mods to put your link in or something like that, and I'll be at work, but I'll try and see if I can scam a lunchtime, dinner time or something. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure what the platform would be. Obviously, we'd have to get family members' permission to see if they wanted a psychic to look at their case. I've got not a lot of time right now to devote to figuring how that out would work, and also how it would work, and just how it would work actually, and if people would be interested in something like that. So we'll wait and see, because I'm not sure. Well, that was odd. What was odd, Sweetly Morbid? Do tell. I don't know what was more odd. So Chris I think it's McDonough or McDonough. Anyway, he has a YouTube channel called The Interview Room, and he is the national member of the Cold Case Foundation, or something like that. And he has actually gone and interviewed Candace. He has interviewed her friend Ali and the 15-year-old Hunter, which I'm a bit funny about, because he's 15-year-old. I don't know if he should have interviewed a minor, but his mum was there and she was obviously okay with it. And he's a really great interviewer. I know I watched today that he has had a short phone call with Don Wells, the dad, and that he's hopefully going to see him for a sit-down interview. So that would be really good. So right down the bottom of my details, in the description box, I have a link to his YouTube channel, because I really reckon you should go here. And he's very respectful. That's what I like about him. And if he's going to get information out of these people, I think doing it the respectful way is going to be the way that works. I really do. Yes, please give it a thumbs up. And also, remember, I have Super Chat now, which is really exciting, or you can buy me a coffee. We were just saying, for the people that have just come, that I was all excited because I got monetized from YouTube. So it was like, woohoo, I'm so happy. And that only 5 out of my 83 videos got monetized. So that's really not going to be of any help. So it's going to have to be funded by subscribers and viewers, just like every other channel, I think. Did you watch the interview he did a bit ago? It was quite informative. Which one was that, Libby? The one with Candace? Great interviewer. Yes, I appreciate that guy. Absolutely. He's really, really good. I like how he works. And he's not accusatory. He's doesn't make judgment on her appearance. He doesn't make judgment on the house because it's not so lovely. He gives her the time of day, and I think she responds well to that after all the hate that she's been given. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, Down Under Crime Talks $5. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Rachel, hi, nice to meet you. Misty Mary, hi. First found your channel with elderly man missing in Chicago, new to your channel. Oh, it's awesome to have you guys here. So we're just talking about the Summer Wells case, and we're not getting into the who accusatory things. We were just talking about some YouTubers are nicer than others and treat the family with respect, and others treat them like poo, basically, like the scum of the earth. And yeah, and it's really, really sad. True Crime with Libby. No, it was a behavior analyst guy and another experienced law enforcement officer. I think I've seen that today, but I didn't have time to go and see it, but I definitely will. And please go and subscribe to True Crime with Libby. I haven't got her link there, but she's also another one that has shows, and she is very respectful when she talks about the family. So please go along. Patricia, he is awesome. Many haters in his chat. He explained they keep open minds and consider all avenues. Yes, and we were just saying before that it seems that the channels, the hateful channels that incite hate, that, pick, mock, bully, and bash the families, those ones are the ones that get the followers and the 20,000 people in there and the money and everything. Whereas you have the respectful ones doing the right thing and waiting for evidence, saying their ideas, but respectful, and they don't give half as much views. And I think the world's kind of skewed when you think about that. It shouldn't be that way. And people are like sheep. And if you have one person supporting or inciting, rage and hatred towards a family, and you've got 20,000 followers in your lives and they're doing the same thing, I think it's absolutely disgusting. And I have just walked out, well, not literally, but gone out of so many channels lately and just unsubscribed. Patricia Strang, you are correct. Thank you very much. Gary. I thought that, no, you didn't because you went away. I thought that too. She did another interview with the right guy. We'll have to have a look. After this, am going to visit my son and then I'm going to work. I got a new job. Last night I worked 12 hours. I'm so shattered, but that's okay. Misty Marie, have been watching Summer's case. Yes, there is a lot of hate out there just dissecting this family, more than concern for Summer. That is absolutely right. Isn't that the saddest shit ever? It's become a circus about how we can pick on the family, but they're forgetting that a baby's gone missing, and it should be about her and her life and all the good things about her, but it's turned into the circus. I just don't even understand. I don't understand human nature. Little Pookie, Daisy White. I'm guessing it wouldn't be scary if everyone treated others as they want to be treated. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sweetly morbid. I'm always asking people that send light to all in the land, no matter what they believe happened. Yeah, that's so nice. True crime with Libby. I do think that people are concerned for Summer, even when they are hard on the family. The facts show that the family has some sketchy things in their closet. These things make them look suspect. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying they are angels by no means. And they may have killed their daughter. I don't know. But there's no evidence for this yet. There is red flags on quite a few things, but does that make them a murderer? No, not at the moment, because the evidence isn't there. Patricia, what has happened to discussing thoughts and allowing others their own opinions? People should be able to do that. They should be able to sit down and have a discussion and respect each other's opinions, or say, I don't believe you, but okay. But that seems to have just gone in this day and age, especially with social media. Yeah. Down under crime talks, there's another little guy missing, 5-year-old since Tuesday, Michael Vaughan. Oh, goodness sake. Just never ends, does it? Hang on, guys. I had to get that in. Now it's going to look like smoke. Right, where is it? I seen that. No, you didn't. Oh, Mr. Murray. Many are profiting off these cases, including writing and selling books. Shannon Watts' father just recently spoke up about their profiting. It's the way of the world, isn't it though? I mean, in a way, I'm getting monetized or getting donations while I'm talking about the case. So maybe I'm profiteering from it in a way. Exactly, little Pookie. I made a huge mistake with the 5-year-old missing boy. Turns out there were 2 missing boys and one of them found safe. I felt so bad. Actually, I don't feel bad. This big channel I was speaking about, who I was so disgusted with, I'm not going to name it. I posted a message and I said, if you guys are all wrong and the family weren't involved, are you going to feel bad? And the creator sort of sat there for half a second and said, no, because this is our job. This is what we do. We investigate and we look at the red flags and that just really peed me off. So even if she's guilty, innocent, and they're not going to feel bad for what they've done to her. I don't even get that. Bless you, girl, as I smoke my cigarette. Cheers. I've given up cigarettes. I was a 30 smoker a day, and now I'm on my vape, and I still crave my vape. I love it. Yeah. I don't know what this is. Exactly at Daisy White. I hope that I'm wrong, but I can't ignore. I seen that they lost it. What did they lose? What am I missing in here, guys? They don't, Daisy. What's this? They don't, Daisy. They get caught in 14 years at statistics. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm a bit lost, actually. Patricia, I vape, but here in Massachusetts, they banned them. Really? That's crazy. Is it a pro-weed state, Massachusetts? I'm gathering they probably wouldn't be. Gary said you can't tell by anyone looks who they are. No, I don't think so. I work in a really professional setting and I've got tattoos everywhere. I wear dark eye makeup. You just don't know. Never judge a book by its cover. Sweetly morbid. Unfortunately, sadly, this is bringing light to so many wrongs hidden and in plain sight. The Creator has strange ways. Yes, very much so. If I was wrong, if I accused someone of murdering their child and other stuff, if I was wrong, I would always go up and apologize and feel extremely bad about it, very bad about it. Misty Marie. A lot of these channels have no compassion for the family and victims. That's what I meant by profiting. Right, yes. A lot that don't, that's for sure. And a lot that I thought did, like some ex-policeman channels, I thought that they did have compassion. And now they seem to be going over the line where they're starting to judge more. And that's very sad to me. Little Pookie says that Jamie Gray, I saw that they were for the most part deemed to be telling the truth. Patricia, it was black market THC pods that killed a few kids. They banned all e-juice. Oh, that's scary. I better have a puff for that. Daisy, I would own being wrong if I'm shown I'm wrong. Mind you, I'd feel uncomfortable that I was wrong, but learn from it. Absolutely. If I was shown that I'm wrong, then I would admit it. I'd feel uncomfortable that I was wrong and, embarrassed a little, but I'd learn from it. Absolutely. I work in a job where we can't have any judgment whatsoever. We don't have judgment on people that are homeless. We don't have judgment on people that do drugs. We don't have judgment on people that aren't the same as us, just whatever. And I had to learn that. Little Pookie, the children will be treated the same as the parents are treated. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. The brothers of summer do not need more heartache. And this is another thing. Those poor boys, their sister's gone missing and then they've been pulled out of home. And sometimes home isn't always better. State care isn't always better than home. Now, I don't know what was going on in that home. It wasn't an overly tidy home, but I've seen a lot worse, and kids have been left in those homes. We don't all have the same cleaning. I don't know the reason why the boys were taken out of the home, so I can't really comment on that. I just hope that in time they can get back with their families, and I hope they're treated well in the meantime. Very sad for them. Jamie Gray, New Zealand Mysteries. Did you see the behaviour panel analysis of some appearance? It's a group of 4 body language experts. I've seen that was on today, and no, I haven't had a chance to look at that. I might try and squeeze it in around dinner time at work tonight, or watch it during the weekend. I'm not this big, rich YouTuber, so I actually have to go out and work for my money. True Crime with Libby. Did you all hear Don's niece interview? No, I haven't. Is that just recent? Daisy says, as a retired nurse, we could not say we were wanted to or not wanted to nurse. Care is care with no judgment. That's absolutely right. Absolutely. Everyone's treated equally, and they deserve to be treated the same as everyone else. Gary, I'm not quite sure what planet he's on. I was snooping in the background. Okay, I'm not quite sure. So there's a first things first, right down the bottom of all the details is the Facebook page for Shirley Missing. If you're in Christchurch and you can help, go on and search for her and help pass out flyers, and that it would be great. Down there, I've also got a link to the interview room with Chris O'Donnell, I think his name, and he is amazing. He is, I think, the National Director of the Cold Case Foundation. He's been doing interviews with the family and really bonding with them in a way that's respectful, so he's getting information from them. And yeah, he does a great job. Thank you, Sweetly Morbid Bear. That's great. She says, I love you, girl. Gotta run. Thanks for being there for the missing and just for being you. Like to Summer Moon, Utah Wells, and all involved. That's so nice. And there's also a link to a place called, or a channel called Chasing Truth. I found her to be very respectful. She doesn't tolerate any shit in her chats, which I also like. She moderates very, very well, but she goes over all the information and tells it like it is, respects people's opinions in the chat. So yeah, head over to her channel, which is in the description box below. So I'm going to head away now because it's been an hour and I've got to go to work. So she cracks me up. Is that the lady from Chasing Truth? Misty Ramari, regarding Don Niece and other family, they should be speaking to police and not airing dirty laundry that can be not verified, as strange families can be more harmful. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. Thank you for coming, Misty, down under Crime Talks. Gary, as always. Patricia, thank you so much for coming. True Crime Libby, thank you so much. Daisy White, thank you so much. Jamie Gray, thank you. Thank you to those people who gave me super chat. I'm so excited because I've never had them before. So that's really awesome. Thanks for that. Goodbye, little Pookie. I think that's about all. I have to tell you that it means the bloody world to me when people show up to my chats. I think like a creator's biggest fear when they go to do a live is that no one will turn up and they'll have no one to talk to or no content or anything. So, yeah. Donna S, thank you very much. You guys rock. Humanimal, thank you very much for coming. What was the other lady? Can't remember. Gaius Goddess. Thank you very much. Coach Clearfloss, thank you very much. All right, guys, I'm thinking of doing lives a bit more often. If you guys are interested to come along. Patricia says, I'll be back. Awesome. Thanks for lively chat and the super chats. Peace out. Thank you very much. Positive prayers for EquaSearch. Hope they can come to New Zealand to help find our missing. Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, guys, stay safe out there. Be kind to one another. I haven't got another 10 minutes. I had to do an hour and I've got to go to work, unfortunately. Once I'm a rich YouTuber, then I won't have to go to work. But until then, hey, thank you everyone for coming. I hope to see you in my next live. I just have to figure out what we're going to talk about for the next one. But I'm going to lose my voice because I talked so much. I need a drink and a vape. See ya next time, guys. Love you all.